Hi guys, I'm Becky, my channel's Southbank Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's vlog is a weekly catch-up where I'm here to talk about what I've been up to with you. I hope you're all well, I hope you're all happy, and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. It is Thursday evening here at Fabric Obsession headquarters, Jazz and Wow headquarters, Becky's house, aka. So yeah, I have been missing in action for 2 weeks, and I'm not going to apologise for not being here. I think the last vlog that I shared, I talked quite heavily about how overwhelmed I was feeling, and sewing overwhelm was a big thing. I wasn't really making much. I had so many ideas. I need so many things in my wardrobe, and I've also got a lot going on, and it's been about getting the calendars out. So I've had an absolute mare with the Jazz and Wow calendars. I lost a couple of weeks when my mum was really poorly in hospital about a month ago, and it was key part of the timeline. I've been making them since March, but I sold quite a lot, and I had everything planned, absolutely everything planned, and then my stepmother had major surgery middle of the way through the summer for cancer, and then my mum had her accident 6 weeks ago. The thing is, my mum's accident it's disabled her quite heavily, so she needs a lot of care and a lot of support, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better, and we've had lots of hospital appointments and things like that, lots of care and extra support, and things aren't going great for my stepmother either. You know, let's just start this vlog on a downer. We had some really bad news about my stepmother yesterday in relation to the cancer. It looks like it's not going anywhere. It's just a matter of time. We just don't know how much time. So yeah, things are really bad with both my mums at the moment, and it's created additional stress to what I would say a stressful life that I already lead, and the calendars being behind just made everything worse. So for the last 4 weeks I have solidly been working in here till about 10 o'clock every night, and I was hoping to be in a position today where all the calendars were gone, but I've had a couple of, because the weather's dropped, my old radiator, this is my new one, my old radiator broke, and the problem is when the resin gets too cold it doesn't mix very well, and I ended up with a couple of dud batches, and as a result of that, now this has come along, my lovely other half went and saved the day. As a result of that, I am 10 calendars shy of sending out as of today. So I have the last pause literally curing, and hopefully they will be ready, they will be okay, there won't be any problems with it, and then I will get the last 10 calendars out to you. So everybody's calendar that has been sent, a dispatch email has been sent to you, your tracking number is on that. Lots of you have received them because I've been sending them over the last 3 weeks. I've been sending batches out every single day. My post office is loving me right now. So yeah, there are loads that have gone out. I mean, I am well over the majority, well, all of them have pretty much gone out apart from these last 10. So if you haven't had a dispatch email, you're probably in that last 10, and they will go out on Monday. So I am going away this weekend. It's exciting, and I can tell you something, guys, I really need it. I really need this retreat. I booked this back in March. It was all paid for back in March as well, and it feels like it's free because it was booked so long ago, but it is a sewing retreat in the Peak District. It's organised by the wonderful Katie, who is Whatever Katie Sews, as you guys know, one of my close friends in this sewing community that we are so lucky to have so many friends. And we're in a hotel. I have a premium room, and Katie, because she is just the most wonderful person, has asked that I have a bath as well, which is really nice. The bath is one of the main forms of relief for me with my fibromyalgia. Heat really definitely helps me. I have electric blankets, I have an electric cape, I have all sorts of stuff that keeps me nice and warm to help me with the pain. And at the back end of the day, I'm my most sore. So before I go to bed every night, I have a long soak in a hot bath, or I'll do it midday. Sometimes I do it twice a day, depending on how bad my pain is. So yeah, she's asked for that, which I think is really sweet and really thoughtful. I actually felt guilty because earlier on in the week I had to message her and say, I've just had a quick look at the hotel and I've noticed that there's some rooms on the ground floor. Would you mind if I contacted the hotel and said, can I not be on the ground floor? What might sound like an irrational fear to you guys, I used to travel a lot in my old job. I'd be up and down the country, and one of the rooms that I was staying in was on the ground floor. The window was being jimmied, and ever since then I've just not been able to stay on the ground floor. I'm just freaked out by it, and if I do have to sleep on a ground floor, I don't sleep particularly well. So yeah, anyway, I've digressed. This is a sewing channel. I am here to talk about sewing content. I did want to give you an update as to where I've been, but I'm very aware we're 5 minutes in and I've got a lot to share with you. So I've got no sewing makes to share with you. I have been doing a little bit of sewing, and I've only achieved one thing since we last spoke, and that is currently still sitting in my car, because I have not moved anything out because I have just been in calendar hell right now. So I am going on this retreat. It's Thursday. Everybody that is going to the retreat, we've got a WhatsApp group, and everybody has been cutting out projects, packing up things, getting themselves organised from last weekend, and the group's been going mad with how organised everybody is. I wish I could be that kind of organised. I have not cut anything. I have, however, washed all my fabrics, and I have them here in front of me, and I'm hoping that tonight, once I've cooked dinner and finished packing, I will get some of these projects cut out. If not, I might get a chance to do some tomorrow morning, before our live on Instagram, Fabric Obsession Live with Adele, because we've got a big surprise for you. If I get a chance tomorrow morning, I might get some of this done, but I've got loads of things to do. I've got food shopping, I'm going away for a weekend, I've got to make sure everybody's okay while I'm away, basically. So let's show you the fabrics that I've got and the plans that I've got for this retreat. I don't know why I'm being so ambitious. I'm just going to say that before we get into it. So let's get into it. The first thing I really want to make up is a pair of pajamas. I have another retreat in January that I'm going on. I don't have any pajamas. When the boys come and stay, I do wear pajamas to bed because they have to get through our room to get into their room, and I'm conscious of that. Normally I don't sleep in clothes, but I do when they're here, and I do when I go away, especially when I'm sharing a room with Adele, because the last thing she wants is a naked Becky by her. So the fabric of choice is this. It's been in my stash since last year. It is a Fabric Godmother fabric. The reason I have chosen this is because one of the items in the quarterly box that will come out at the end of this month to everybody that's purchased is something that fits quite nicely with this theme. So it is Under the Night Sky, the box theme, and I just have some buttons that I really want to use. So I've chosen the seamwork leaf, I'm not quite sure how I'm saying this, pajama set, because I am a member of Seamwork, so it's quite handy to go on and get a few bits of theirs, because you feel like they're free even though you pay monthly for it. So the Leif pajamas is a button down traditional top, and then I'm going to use my Jamie pajama bottoms from Tilly and the Buttons because I love the Jamie pajama bottoms, and I just think, you know, I know what I'm doing with them, stick to what I know kind of thing. But I'll have a very traditional set of pajamas with these, and I'll be able to showcase my beautiful buttons in the magazine that I am sharing. That you get a QR code in my quarterly boxes, and I always pop in there some ideas, some pattern picks and things like that, and I think that this will be amazing, and I cannot wait to try these buttons out. So I'm going to make my pajamas in this. Now I would say that is quite a meaty make, so the first thing I'm sharing with you already is a meaty make. The next fabric I've got that I want to make something with is this one. Now this is a Fabric Obsession fabric. We've got it in stock in 2 different colorways. We've got this nice pinky fuchsia, and then in true Fabric Obsession style we've got a teal colorway or blue colorway. We like to go with pink and blue. I don't know if you notice this, whenever we get colorways we have 2, pink or blue. It's definitely a me and Adele thing. I originally was going to make the Wardrobe by Me Miri dress. I'd spent a lot of time umming and ahhing over it. I was kind of thinking of making that for the cruise that I'm going on, but the more I've looked at the dress, the more I think if I make this in that, I'll just want to wear this to work. I won't wear it on a cruise. So I've had the Southbank sweater pattern reprinted because I think the last time I made it was last year. It was a size 16. I am no longer that. I'm actually back down into a size 10, 12. So I want to recut that, and then I want to make myself a Southbank sweater dress in my new size and see how I feel. And this is quite a lightweight knit, so it'll be a really good layering piece. So when we're on the cruise, because it's like France, Belgium, I want to say Norway, I could be wrong, Netherlands, no, I can't remember, I don't know, it's our friend's 60th. It's a winter cruise basically, and there'll be Christmas markets and bits and bobs for us to go off and have a nose at. And I just feel this with a pair of chunky knit tights and a really thick cardigan. One of the whips I'm going to take with me is my Helen's Blackwood cardigan, which is in black. That all I've got to do is put the front band on. I'm going to take that with me to get that finished. That will layer nicely over this with black tights. I think that'll all pull together. So that is my next plan to take with me. Fairly quick make, so that'll be a good quick sew. Now I was going to make the high cuff sweater with this because I have made a couple recently. I think I've shared, no I haven't shared them yet, that's one of the sews that I haven't shared. And again, this is a fabric we've had in the Fabric Obsession for a while. We only bought a bolt of this in and I loved it, but I have to be careful how much I take because I don't want to take stuff that you guys want to buy, and because you guys don't seem to want to buy this, I thought I'm going to take myself off. So I've taken myself 1.2 meters because I thought that would be perfect for the high cuff sweater, which is like a blousey kind of style top. I'll pop in an image here so you can see, but I'm actually starting to consider whether I want to make something else. So I'm going to have a flick through some of my patterns tonight and see if I've got any other blouses that I can get out of 1.2 meters to make, because this is just gorgeous. It's like a satin type fabric. It is polyester, but it is just lovely and it doesn't get static. I know with a lot of polyesters you get that kind of static feel, and I don't get that from this. So this is all washed, as you can see, because I'm not one to overlock, and there's edges fraying there nicely. So yeah, I'm gonna put this, I would have made a lyra if there'd been more than a bolt. A lyra dress would have been perfect in this, but I definitely see this as a blouse for work or a really nice top with a pair of jeans to wear out for a meal or something like that. So yeah, look through my stash. I'm gonna see if I can get the Sew House 7 Remy Raglan out of it, but I don't think I will be able to. But I think that'll be a fairly quick sew, whatever I decide to make up with it. So that is my next plan. So the next fabric I've got, you're getting a sneak peek at a fabric. So this is coming out on the live today. This is a beautiful viscose. Now, I don't know how well you're going to see this. It's got a jacquard. So there's like a sort of, I think you can just about see it there. There's like a jacquard effect. And then you've got this beautiful orange and these gorgeous pinks. And I love this. Now, I can wear an orange when it's this bright. And the fact that it's got these pinks in it is just amazing. I think we've got 2 bolts of this fabric in, and I just think it screams nice dress. Now I said I'm going on a cruise. We've got a couple of meals. I do have one really fancy dress to make up, but I also really want to make sort of a really pretty dress, but one that's not too fancy that I can then bring into my day-to-day life. Now my concerns are, because this is the colours that it is, it's not a traditional winter style dress. So I've thought about the Hope dress, and I've got 2 meters of this cut, and I could get the short Hope dress out of it, but then I feel like that feels too summery to me. And then I put a call out on Instagram for 2 meters of fabric dresses suggestions, and I know Rachel's got a vlog which I've watched, but there wasn't anything grabbing my fancy on there. A lot of people suggested the Maya Sotis dress by Deer and Doe. It's very angular, and I don't like how angular it is. I saw Lynn Bromley, who is, I want to say she's Lindy Lou here on YouTube. I will leave the link to her channel down below, because if you don't watch her channel, go over and subscribe to it. She's become one of my favourite regulars. She posts every week. normally like I do, sorry guys. And she's got really lovely taste. She wears lovely bright colours, and she picks unusual patterns she doesn't generally tend to go to, but she made a myosotis with 3 tiers, and it was out of the Little Johnny's Zig Zig R fabric that we had in, which was like a zigzag kind of style, bright colours. She looked stunning in it, absolutely stunning. But I just think that the myosotis dress on me is too angular. So that was suggested to me. So I really don't know. I'm looking up because I've got patterns up above me. I'm going to have another flick through tonight and just see if there's anything else. When I was talking to Adele about it, I had my heart set on making the Calvin wrap dress by True Bias, but that is too dressy. That is just too dressy, and I won't get enough wear out of it. And then I revert back to, this would make an amazing Marnie blouse, but I need dresses, but it would make an amazing Marnie blouse. So I really don't know. And by the time you guys comment on this, I would have either cut it out or I'll be on my retreat. So you'll just have to watch this space and see what gets made up. The next fabric that I've got to share with you is another Fabric Obsession fabric, and I want to make the Margot Pinafore out of this. Now, the Margot Pinafore is by Tammy Handmade, and it is a loose fitting dress. Now, for those of you that have followed me for a while, you'll know usually or typically I go for fitted. But I have enjoyed wearing my Hope woven dresses by Style Arc, and I'll pop a couple of pictures in of them. And they're very loose and free flowing. And I used to put waist ties in them, but I didn't in those. The last one I made was in a cotton viscose twill, and it's a slightly thicker, warmer fabric, and I just love the way that dress looks on me. I wear it quite a lot. So I'm gonna give the Margot dress a try, because I just have an image of this with a black turtleneck underneath it, and this is the fabric I have chosen. So this has been in a few shops. We've got it in our stocked at the moment. We've got a fair bit of stock of this, I think, and it's got this gorgeous sort of houndstooth on it, and then these multicolours. So you've got your cobalt blue, your pink, yellow, your sort of minty coloured green, red and pink. Now, I have ordered, they're actually in the wash at the moment because I had to go somewhere else because we don't tend to stock a lot of plain fabric. So I ordered from Pound Fabrics some plain black jersey, some red jersey, cotton jersey, and some white cotton jersey. So both the red and the black will go really nicely underneath this, and I'm going to make 2 turtlenecks, probably the Freya because it's the one that I've got cut out in my size and it'll be easy to whip up, and they're quick sews to take away with me in between my meatier projects. So I think that the Margot Pinafore will look fabulous in this, and then yeah, I can style it and I'll feel really good because I will have come away with an entire outfit, which is unusual for me because I don't normally think about too far ahead about putting some things together, which I've really tried to do. So the other thing I have in my stash that I've been rooting through, I mean, I've got 2 solid days and nights of sewing if I want to, and tomorrow night if I want to sew too. I know some people were sewing on the Monday morning last time, but I'm going to have to come back, get those calendars finished, pack any orders that have come in over the weekend for the Fabric Obsession to get them out on Monday. So I don't think that I will be staying. I think I'll be getting up and going home on Monday morning nice and early to get back here, get all the jobs done, and hopefully have a relaxing evening, like a night off, which would be really nice. I know I'm gonna have nights off over this weekend, but it will be a night off to actually lay in front of the TV, which is something I don't do very often. So yeah, I think I'll probably do that on the Monday. But I am a fairly quick sewer, and a lot of the projects I've got, apart from the pajamas, none of them are really what I would say long sews. So we put out a Stashmas kit last month, this month, we're in November still, this month, a couple of weeks ago. Everybody will have received theirs by now, and we had 2 colourways on there. We had a cool tones, as we described it, which would have been perfect for winter colours and autumn actually, because of the colours that are in this. The autumns probably would be able to wear this. And then we had like a spring summer brights, and that one was like a, I can never say the word, I want to say farile, however you say that word, that Christmas word that I can never use, pattern on it, and it was in these pastel colours. So Adele made something up in that. She made a, think she made a billy or like a quick top very similar to the billy. And she sent me over some scraps of what was left of the cool tones, because that's my colourway. And I loved this fabric. When we got it, I didn't think I'd get any of this, because we tried to originally order in quite a lot, but we basically bought the last of the stock, so they sent us what they had. But this is Christmas trees, or well, it's not Christmas trees, it's trees basically. So you can see here we had some Jazz and Wow green sparkly trees that went in the thing, in the box to go with it, and some fudge. And we always put little treats in our boxes, whether they're our fabric fix kits or whether they're our one-off boxes. They've always got little treats in there, so it's never just fabric and thread and stuff. And you also got the thread for this, and it was the lighter blue colourway that the thread was to match this. I really like this. I just want to make myself a harbour style top. I say harbour style because it's like if you live in the UK, there's a shop called Jules, and they have like these sort of boat neck style tops. Now Wardrobe by Me have a t-shirt builder top, and in there you've got a harbour style, well, boat neck style, keep calling it harbour style, boat neck style top. You have a v-neck, you have basically every kind of t-shirt that you can have. It's in this one pattern, and I bought the pattern ages ago. We've now got the pattern stocked in the shop as well, and I really want to make the boat neck version in this, because I think this would be really nice to wear through the Christmassy period, because it's a subtle nod to Christmas, but it's not full on Christmas, so it means it's quite it will be quite versatile in my wardrobe. So I want to make a harbour top. That'll be a nice quick sew out of that, and I got basically the scraps that are left, so I think I should just have enough to pull myself a top out like that. The other thing that I've got is this fabric. Again, this is a Fabric Obsession fabric, very similar to what I'm wearing, just a nicer quality. This was a really cheap version. You can't see, but it's really bobbly. But it's like a Ponte Roma. It's a nice lightweight Ponte Roma, and I'm going to make the same top as this one, the boat neck style Wardrobe by Me top. We've got some of this left in stock. It's really nice, and like I said, it's lightweight, and it's just got a nice bit of stretch to it. And I just like this. This is a simple jeans and t-shirt or jeans and top look, and to have one of those, it'll be like a staple, because I think this kind of stripe is neutral. You can wear it with everything. So yeah, that's that. So there's some ambitious plans there, but I'm still going. I'm not done. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get all of this done. I mean, let alone get them cut out tonight and tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'm thinking. The next fabric that I have got is this. Now, when this came into the shop, I was having a really bad week a few weeks back, and Adele said, I'm going to send you some fabric porn. And she literally sent me over the picture of this. So when it came in, I had to nab myself some. I'm going to make myself a either a Billy or a Southbank. I haven't decided which one, but it will be one of those. I'm tempted to go with the Southbank because I just think I'll get lots of wear out of it. But yeah, it's got these pinks and the reds and the whites, and then you've got your leopard print all over it. It's just gorgeous. It's really vivid. This has been washed as well, and the colours really kept nicely. So yeah, I do really like this, and I am really looking forward to wearing this. It's just going to be amazing. If I do make a Billy, I'll probably use the black to contrast it. We have this in a blue colourway as well that's got a bit of brown in it. But yeah, it's really nice, but this is definitely my favourite colourway. I don't even think I've told Adele that I've had any of this one. So there's that. And the last thing that I want to share with you is a Scamp and Do fabric that I got at Rainbow Fabrics when I went to the Knitting and Stitching show last month. This is the fabric. I got 3 meters of this, and I really want to make a dress. And the dress that I want to make is the Gold Sky Moon, Harvest Moon dress, I think it's called. I'm going to pop a picture in here. It's a raglan style dress, and you've got an option to have it free flowing or to have a drawstring just to pull it in at the waist. Now, because I do like a fitted waist, I'm going to do the drawstring to pull it in. But I think this would be really nice. It could take me through all seasons. Make the long sleeve version, but could take me all through all seasons, because I can stick a pair of black tights on, because you've got the black here, so it'll really pull the black out. It's got a bit of pink in it. I think I will go for some just plain red or plain black buttons because it's got a button down on it. And yeah, again, it's a gathered dress. I still think it's a fairly quick sew. So yeah, I'm going to take that with me. Whether that actually gets made, whether half of this stuff gets made, I don't know. The other pattern I have got printed off that I want to take, I haven't got the fabric up here, but I have nabbed myself some of the quilted fabrics that we've had. We've got quite a lot in the shop at the moment, and one of them, we had 2 double gauze fabrics in. We had a gorgeous red, and when I looked at the red up close, I was like, that's my red. So we've got loads of printed fabrics in. I love all the printed ones as well. I mean, you've got just some amazing Becky and Adele fabrics there in a nutshell. But I really thought I'm just going to go with the plain because it'll be a jacket, because I'm not really a coat wearer. It'll be a jacket that I can chuck on and it'll go with pretty much everything in my wardrobe. I've done so much research recently on quilted jackets, and because I knew I had an image in my head of a shape and style that I wanted, it took me a long time to find this, and I'd never heard of it. So the jacket that I want to make, and if I get this cut out and made up this weekend, I'll be very happy. But as you can see, I've got some very ambitious plans here. But the jacket that I'm thinking of making is the Zoe jacket by Sew.lala patterns. Sew.lala patterns. Sew.lala? Sew.lala? Sew.lala patterns. That just doesn't sound right when it comes out of my mouth. Sorry, I am going off on one there. But yeah, I'll pop a picture in here so you can see. I really like this. I think this is going to be quite I bought the pattern, I found it on the fold line, because the fold line, whenever I'm looking for patterns, is perfect. It's a real good search engine because you can kind of filter down what you want. And I think this is great for a quilted jacket, but it's also really, really good for summer kind of duster style jackets. You can get like a nice linen and make a nice linen jacket. Linen viscose would be really nice in the summer months, but in the winter, your quilted fabrics, your coating fabrics, that houndstooth fabric that I showed you earlier would be really nice, and you can line this so it can be a coat. And it tells you how to do that. There are YouTube sew-alongs that break it down into sections for you, so if you want to do the lining or you want to bind it, it gives you all those options, which is really, really nice to see. And looking at the instructions, it looks fairly straightforward, and I would say it's probably advanced beginner, depending on the fabric you're working with. It could even be beginner. So yeah, it's a nice pattern, and I think that that's going to be amazing. I'm sorry I haven't got the fabric to hand. It's in my bag in the car from where I nabbed it. I'll be going getting it out in a bit so I can get everything ready hopefully for tomorrow. So that's all of the sewing plans that I've got. There is a lot there. The chances of me getting them all done are slim to none, but I should be back in my regular slot every Friday now to share with you what I have been up to, what I have been making, and I have a feeling that the next episode that you'll get from me will be a bumper makes episode, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. So thank you for coming back. If you have not seen me for a couple of weeks, I really hope that I don't get in a position where I have to drop this again, but yeah, it's sometimes you just have to prioritize. But I should be back from normal now, and I'm going to stop waffling at you and just leave you to it. So have a good weekend, guys. Happy sewing, take care, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye.